Sandeep Verma, Member of Parliament of the United Kingdom and Member EU Parliamentary Committee. Also Chair Parliamentary EU Goods and Subcommittee UK, Lord Jitesh Kadia, Member of Parliament UK, Lord Karan Bilimoria, Member of Parliament and President of the Confederation of British Industry UK, Mr. Richard Held, Group Chair UK India Business Council, and Mr. Sanjeev Bajaj, Vice President of CII. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your very warm comments and very encouraging response to our invitation to participate in this post-Brexit UK and India session as a part of the larger partnership summit that CII in its 125th year is hosting. May I begin a quote from the famous Roman philosopher Seneca, who said, and I quote, "One of the most beautiful qualities of true friendship is to understand and to be understood." And I think over the last few months that I have had several rounds of engagement with you, Ms. Truss, I believe we've begun to understand each other. Both India and UK are at that cusp of transition. You as you exit the EU, we as we move towards the next level of an India which wishes to emerge much stronger, which wishes to emerge more resilient, which wishes to become a confident economy working with the rest of the world under our Atmanirbhar Bharat, the Self-Reliant India program, and which wishes to become a trusted partner. Companies and countries which are looking for rules-based and honest businesses. I believe UK and India are poised to work together, and this relationship between India and the UK, which is bound by strong ties of history and culture, makes us natural partners in trade, commerce, and even the geopolitical relationship going forward. We've had a wonderful set of meetings with the Foreign Secretary, Mr. Daniel Raab, who met my Foreign Minister, met the Honorable Prime Minister to discuss several themes to elevate our strategic partnership to the next level. While, of course, we are looking at connecting people, trade and prosperity, defense and security, climate change and health as natural areas of our partnership. But we also hope to deliver the enhanced trade partnership on which you and I have been working over the last few months. If I may quote Foreign Secretary Mr. Raab 2 days ago, UK and India have an invaluable and indispensable partnership, and we look forward to strengthening it in the years ahead. I have no doubt in my mind that this ambition for a closer relationship over the next 10 years is poised to happen. I am sure these frequent engagements and multi-pronged deliberations that we have been having will truly expand the stretch and depth of our mutual understanding to recognize how we can address the needs of our people in a mutually beneficial manner. We are really very excited to be hosting your Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Mr. Boris Johnson, as chief guest on the 71st Republic Day celebrations next year. This will be his first bilateral visit, but I am sure it will be a turning point in our historical relationship. We believe that together we can reboot and reset the economies of the United Kingdom and India and set us back on the right track, the time-tested relationship between our two countries needs to be reinvigorated. And I'm delighted that you and I have this opportunity, along with our colleagues from the political spectrum, the business spectrum, and, if I may venture to add, also the social spectrum, particularly considering that you will be hosting COP26 next year as its president. I think we have a large dimension of relationships which we can expand in the months and years to come. We have agreed to work together in several areas, be it education, be it healthcare, be it our trade partnership, be it our effort to have easier movement of people between the two countries, larger investment flow from India to UK and UK to India. All of these different tracks on which we are working hold great promise. And I